Hey everybody, give me a thumbs up, a wave, something. Let me know you can see me and hear me. Hi Desiree. We just had a really bad storm come through here. Hi Teresa. Storm's coming to your house. Hi RD. Desiree. Awesome. Yeah, the winds got up. It rained. It rained. It rained. It rained. It dropped the temps though. We was sitting at 112 and it brought them down to 97. So we had a cold front move through. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I got chilly after it went through. I'm just saying. After barbecuing for what, 3 or 4 days now? I now know what a pig on a spit feels like. I don't know about the rest of the world, but I am so tired. Hi, Mary. How you doing? Everybody say hello to Mary Jane. She's online today. She said she's melting. Don't know where the mods are. I think they forgot. Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Kathy. Let me hit the mods up and see what's going on. Give me a second. Computer is running sluggish as I'll get out today. I tell you, I might as well give it up on Facebook because there ain't nobody coming on there. Oh, there she is. Hi, Anna. Glad you made it. Where's Pam? Awesome. What do you think of that cross bookmark? Isn't it cute? I think it's one of the prettiest ones because you can do it in 2 different colors. You could do in with beads on the edging. Oh, that'd just set it off. Little crystals. Ooh, that'd be pretty. You could do many, many different things with that pattern. Set your mind to it and work on it. But I got one little treat for you guys today. Everything you typed disappeared. I've had that problem before. I put things one place and they just disappeared. That's how my grandson says it. It's disappeared. It was the pattern that came out for last week's class. Was you in last week's class, Mary? If not, Anna, can you make sure Mary gets that cross pattern from last week? Give her the link. Pam, send Mary the cross pattern from last week. Hi, Helene. How are you? Y'all just don't mind the noise. Murphy's in the kitchen with my husband. He's torturing him. I don't know who's torturing who. Husband torturing Murphy or Murphy torturing husband. My guess is Murphy's winning. Hi, Robin. He was in here earlier. Yeah, he was giving me fits. Little bits in here. She comes strolling in. Get on your bed now. Go lay down. Go on. Lay down on your bed, sweetie. You just, oh, Murphy's in the kitchen. All right, you're going to hide. That was a water bottle. It's okay. At least it ain't music. They'll knock me off if I get music going. Thank you, Miss Pam. Anybody that needs that cross pattern, Anna just put it in the group or in the class. Hi, Katia. Hi, Vanessa. A beautiful hot day at the beach. Yeah, I bet it is. Where we're at yesterday, it got up to 107. Today it was 111. And it's running on just borrowed time right now. She's tired. Her day's about done. She's in Ireland. Is that the right one, Pam? I can't help all the little mumbo jumbo that the website gives these files. There's no rhyme or reason to me why they have to put all them letters and numbers in there. Why can't they just give it the name? We ain't got too much longer and class will start. Then I get to show y'all some things. Uh, I do want to thank everybody for contributing, and we had several people that donated. Anna was one of them, and who else? Pam, do you have a list handy of who else donated? There's been a lot of donations come through PayPal, and I want to thank you for your donations and helping out and offset the cost of the classes. I pay for everything that goes on with these classes out of my pocket, and I'd really like to be able to afford groceries again. So I'm just saying, we're going out backwards here, and the website's going up. The StreamYard went up to the point that at the end of this month, we won't be on the paid version. We're going to be on the free version. It doubled in price. So, yeah. But I don't want to use the OBS, which is a free software for streaming. But the problem with that is it doesn't work well with our satellite. It's harder than giving birth, I can imagine. I've seen days like that, Anna. You're welcome, Mary. When I get through with you today, you're going to find out we got lots of places to get patterns from, resources, all kinds of stuff. I'm going to show you guys how to use the website to your advantage, and I'm going to show you how to use the YouTube to your advantage. We're going to be off from Friday. Will be our last day working. Well, Thursday will be the last class for the beginners, and today is the last class for intermediate advanced. Friday, I'm going to type some loose ends with the class background work. Monday, I will be at the first specialist. And from there, I can't tell you where I will be. Although, if you see something glowing in the dark, it's just me. Okay. Hi, dear B. I'll be a water fountain. Yeah, I'm going to spring all kinds of leaks from all the pinholes they're going to put in me. And then the dye alone is going to make me glow. Where am I at? I'm in an RV. I live in an RV full time. If I go free on StreamYard, the time allowed per month is 5 hours. That's not what they quoted me. I'll have to look into that. Hi, Tasneem. Mary Jane will get a kick out of that, Tasneem. Yeah, I know. Lots of water. I will. I'll check it out. Anna, your fingers are just way ahead of you. They finish words that you haven't finished yet. All right, let's see how many we got in class today, shall we? Wow. We're getting up there, folks. Getting up there good. Jeremy! Hi. Hadn't seen or heard from you in age, just last week. I took the weekend to get some cleaning done and packing out. Dennis has made 3 trips to storage this weekend. Hi, Karen. He's still got more to go. We got to get the weight off because when we get ready to move the rig in September, yeah, we can't have all this weight on there. We're going to need new tires if we do. Probably new shocks on the truck. Just saying. We might break things. Hi, Jackie. Awesome, Anitha. Welcome to the classes. Now, for all you new students that are here, usually I come in about 15 minutes early. Most times I do. There's sometimes I'm a little late, but most times I try to get in here a little bit early just in case y'all got a question or something that needs to be addressed, and I can take care of it before class. Yeah, we was having issues a while ago. We had no internet on anything. Cell phone, satellite, nothing. And it's because this big black cloud moved over us and just poured buckets on us. Lots of lightning, too. Real close lightning. Mia's hair went. Which location is 111? I don't understand. Thank you, Pam. I couldn't remember them all. I can't find my book. It's misplaced with a couple other things. Mary, you can go to our website. I'll show you that today, and you can donate directly through the website. Now, it is 3 o'clock. After 3 o'clock. We got to get a move on, folks. All right. First announcement. This is the last class before we go on break. Okay, Jackie. Rods, RODS, and TOR are working when I make dusting of snowflake. You're using rods and thrown offerings? Awesome. 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. Get you over here. 2 thumbs up. I'm just tickled. Okay. Today's our last class for intermediate advanced. Thursday is the last class for beginners. Now, let me tell you something. Hi, Jax. Hi. We will be back October 7th. I didn't tell the doctor I will take off 2 months to have them to do whatever they want to do. If they want to make a water fountain out of me or make me glow in the dark, I don't care. Just get it done by October 7th. Sooner is better because my son's wedding is September 27th. Tat Days is September 11th. Okay, so I got to work all that stuff in together, get it all done. I've got a few things I got to finish up for Tat Days and get that out of the way. Plus, I'm still teaching some private classes, so I got to get those finished up. And once that's all done, if you need me, you write the class email. I will get back to you as soon as I can because I am doing Tat Days. I got my son's wedding. I got to finish up the stuff for the wedding. And that's Dennis's birthday, too. I mean, everything's happening on that day. Well, happy birthday early, Derby. And then doctor stuff, got all that going on. Plus, we're moving the rig. And we're going to Tat Days. And it's like, boom, Bob's your uncle. September's a busy month. August is going to be poke me silly. And so that's the plan. If you need me, just give me some time. Because there's some of those tests they may run on me. Hi, Mary, you made it. Awesome. I could get sick off of it. And it may take me a little bit to recover from it. And some of it may make me sick in a way. It could put me in the hospital. So we're just taking precaution. Precaution is 99% of the cure. So that's what we're doing, and we're going to get things handled. So with that said, let's get to today. First thing I want to do is give you a tour of the website and know that it's not complete. We're still working on it, and the YouTube channel to show you how to get around. So what I am going to do is give you the let's share my screen here. Okay, first thing is this here. This is, if you go to Google and you type in the online tatting class, this is what you're going to get. The first thing that's going to come up is the website. The second thing that's going to come up is the YouTube channel. Okay? Then down here, you'll get other links that have come up from searches. All right? When you get that, if it happens to be what you're looking for, the area, click on it and go to it. Okay? So, with that said, let's go to our home page of the online tatting class. Can y'all see that? Y'all see that? See it good? Oh, yes, it's 111 degrees where I'm at. That's okay. I can't disclose where I'm at, Mary. I have a stalker, and I have to avoid letting them know where I'm at, because I'm a human being on YouTube. You know you're good when you get a stalker. That's what YouTube told me. So that's the only thing I can tell you right now. I don't tell anyone where I'm at currently, but if you want to know where I've been, we can tell you that. All right? So, now back to the website. Now, our home page, now, this is all going to change while we're off and being a pincushion, okay? I'm going to update this page. What it will have here is what's going on in the classes. All right? Like if there's a special, say we're running a 4-week special on doing a doily, a big doily, or we're doing an edging or something like that, or making a hat, whatever. This is where that information is going to be on this home page. Current events is always going to be on the home page. All right? Now, next thing, it's going to tell you about how we came about our founder, Georgia Seitz. It tells all about the things she did for the tatting community over the years. Now, mind you, she started these classes. These classes has actually been running now 26 years. Okay? She ran them through AOL. Okay? She ran them through chat room. She handed the classes off to me, and I took them to YouTube because I was already doing the videos for her classes, and that's the direction we were already talking about going, so that she could get out of the chat room, because she was moving into more visual tatters. So therefore we was discussing taking it up a notch and stepping into YouTube. Well, at that same time, she was also thinking of retiring. And then she had a couple of strokes, and the doctor said she couldn't do it anymore. So she handed the classes off to 2 other cohorts that worked with the classes, Cynthia Stevenson and Sue Fuller, to manage and run until things settled down with my mom. My mom had dementia, and she lived with us. And she got sick and ended up in the hospital. While she was there, she had had several strokes before that we didn't know. And then she had a massive one at the house. And that's when she ended up in the hospital. They sent her over to rehab after she started coming around from it. And she never did recover. She was in the nursing home for about 2.5 years. And she ended up with cancer and passed away with cancer. They did surgery to remove the tumor, but they didn't get all the cancer. So once all that was behind me, that's when the classes got handed off to me, because Cynthia and Sue was just overwhelmed with everything. You know, Sue was trying to handle the website, everything. And it was just too much for one person. At first, they worked with me. Then we moved to YouTube. Cynthia knew she couldn't handle the YouTube channel. She was technically challenged. And a lot of your older set is technically challenged. And she could do minimum stuff on her computer, but when it came to websites and stuff, she didn't understand it. And that's not a fault. That's a blessing. Okay? Because I mess with the website. It's a blessing. Now, on top of that, Sue was overwhelmed because she was handling the website, she was handling the classes, and I was out trying to deal with life. So it was just too much for one person. And when I came in, you know, it just smoothed things out. We got things going. We've had a couple of hiccups along the way, but we're moving along. And that's how the classes sort of came about. Well, then we was trying to figure out how we was going to get everybody registered, so we put a registration form right here on the website. Okay, so you can come in here, and if you know people, send them here. If they want to learn, send them right here, and they fill this out, It goes straight to Pam, and she does her magic. And that way everybody gets an email. Okay? So this is a form that you need to fill out. Once you send this in and register with the classes, you automatically are enrolled into our private Facebook group. We do not allow selling in our Facebook group. No advertising of any kind. It gets out of hand. The Facebook group is designated for me to touch base with you all. If you have a question, I can answer it through Facebook. If I can't, a lot of designers are there that will help you. Okay, there's a lot of well-versed people in that group that can help you if I can't. Okay, so don't be afraid to ask. That's what it's there for. It also gives you a place to post your homework. Well, if you're not on Facebook, that's fine. You can send pictures of your homework in to the online tatting class email, and Pam will post it for you. Then I can look at it and make comments on it and, let you know whether you need improvement here or improvement there, and that we can work on it. All right? So don't be afraid. Never be afraid. Now, here's a new folder. We're still working on it. It's files by the year they were taken into the online tatting class. I have the last 22 years of George's work I have to put up. That's a lot of files. It's well over 15,000. And it's growing every day because I'm adding 2. So this page here will be by year. We're also going to have another page that is going to be by designer. So if you know the designer's name, and we've got their work in our files, some of their work, we will have it under their name. So you can look at it by the name of the pattern, the name of the designer, or by the year it was presented. So there's several ways you can do a search. Let me see. Is Sue in here? Sue Larson. Awesome. You made it. You didn't know anywhere else got as high as Southern Arizona? Oh, yeah. All right. Let's see. Anybody else? All right. Now let's go back over here. Now, this here, patterns, this is your go-to place. They are by category. Now, if you enter into a category and there's no patterns there, don't worry, there will be eventually. We just haven't run into them. Okay? Now, excuse me. They're listed by what they are. Okay? If it's an animal, it's under animals. And cars is the beautiful beaded jewelry, okay, patterns. And we'll have a lot more of those up as we go along. Bookmarks. Now, bookmarks make great bracelets, okay? I'm just here to tell you, if you see a bookmark you like and you think it's pretty, add some beads to it and make it a bracelet. We got butterflies and birds, all right? And you can just go in and just, here, holidays and celebrations. As you can see, they're listed and they tell who the designer was. Okay? So all you have to do is go in through here and just, to your heart's content, play with some of these patterns. If you feel like that they are too far advanced for you, don't worry. We'll get to it in this class, okay? Now, moving on from our patterns is tatting techniques. And on here it gives you beginner shuttle, left-handed tatter information, needle tatting information. I've got a lot more needle tatting stuff that needs to go up. Continuing on beyond the basics, adding beads, the different chains. There's more chains we got to add. We got more beads and tatting we have to add, more joins. This is just a few of them. The medallions, the classic tatted wheel by Georgia. That one's been around for 100 years at least. and Georgia wrote it in our terms today, rewrote it. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of information in here. Anything you have a question on, go here first. It will give you the information you seek. If it's not here, then let's go here. We've got resources. My computer is running a little slow. There we go. No, it went back to, there we go. All right, here we go. Tatting supplies. This is a small list of tatting suppliers. They have either shuttles, they have needles, they have thread, they have scissors, they have something for tatting. Everybody got something for tatting, okay? Lace making. That is included in this list because not everybody does just tatting. Some people do lace making. Needle lace, bobbin lace, point lace, hair danger, hard danger, however you say it. There's other forms of lace, and it's here. Okay, go check them out. Now, over here on this side is tatting references information. And this is where you can get all kinds of information, and we're adding to it. Remember, everything here is an open book. And it's just being written daily. Okay, then these are public domain books. You can peruse the public domain books we've got up so far. We will have more. Okay, these are vintage books. You're allowed to download and print them. You cannot sell them. They're not yours to sell. Just because they're out of print and they're out of copyright, you still don't have the right to send out that book and say, hey, I own it, so I want some money. You just can't do it. It's illegal. However, you can retat those patterns and create new designs with those patterns. That you can do. And yes, you can sell the pattern that comes from that design as long as you say it is inspired by. Remember that word. It's inspired by. Okay? Because that will save you from a major lawsuit and possibly time in jail. All right? So remember those words. Now, websites of importance. These are the main websites that most people are asking about. Now, I've got a couple more that I got to put up here. But as you can see, we are running rampant with places to go to find information. I'm not the only tatter in the world. And as you can see, there's a lot of them. I'm not afraid to share other people's websites. I'm not afraid to share other people's YouTube channels. In fact, I encourage them to send me permission to do that so that I can promote them. Because this is a big world and it's a big tatting community and there's room for more. There's not one tatter that can say that they did it all. Okay? And they're the top person. Georgia is the queen of tatting. And she's got a whole crew with her. Okay? But still, it's a big community. And there's room for more. And on this website, I will heartily promote them. Okay? They don't have to come in and advertise. I will promote them. But they must be a legitimate site. They must be for tatters. Okay? I don't want a clothing store up here. You got me? I don't want to put Hobby Lobby up here because they are not strictly for tatters. Most of these are private individuals that have opened their own shops. Okay? Their own distributorships. And they are using this to supply their addiction called tatting. So do visit them. They do have some beautiful, beautiful things. Now, I've got a couple of places listed on here that are in the Ukraine or in Russia. I'm sorry to say you cannot contact these sites right now. Once the war ends and things settle down, then we'll be able to contact them. Okay? But getting your stuff here from overseas may be a little costly. All right? So remember that. Keep that up here. Now, we also have YouTube channels. Lordy, 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 have we got some YouTube channels. Okay? Now, under here, check this out. You see these? These are the links to all 3 of the YouTube channels that I did for Georgia. And they went hand in hand with the classes that she ran. And these were used quite frequently in the classes. That was these hands. And it was this voice. It was not Georgia. I just worked with Georgia. Okay, so anybody getting any ideas thinking I'm Georgia, please no. I'm just her hands. And she told these hands everything they know. Okay, so get that, I'm not her. No, I could never be her. All right. So with that said, there's room here for growth. Then we have the YouTube class videos. Now, under here, I am going to put the class videos by order so that you can find it easier. As you can see, we're building on this site. Also, on all pages, there's a donate button. You click that donate button, a box is going to come up, and therefore you can donate. It goes through PayPal to the class account. It goes into the class bank account to pay out debts that are coming in. I canceled StreamYard because I don't want StreamYard to get double the money. Anybody that has paid for StreamYard is very upset with what StreamYard has done as far as the cost factor goes, and they are cutting ties by going to the free version. They didn't offer anything more. They changed the name of what we were using, which was a basic plan, and that's what you're getting is the basic pro plan for double the money. So we're basically boycotting them. But this pays for the website. If my computer crashes or my cameras die, that's where the donations come in handy. It pays for email. Okay? It pays for gifts cards and things like that. When we run a competition, the gift certificates, it pays for those. Okay? So, needless to say, we got to build the coffers so that we can supply. All right? Up here is how you email the class. Okay? You can click that button and it goes straight to Pam. It doesn't pass go and it don't collect $200. It just goes straight to Pam's mailbox and says, hey, I'm here. And she gets you a response. Here is how you get to our YouTube channel. And this is how you get to our Facebook group. All you got to do is click it. How's that? Any questions? Hi, Aurora. All right, Corinne, what's going on? What's going on? Oh, Corinne, you was a pincushion. My heart is with you, my dear. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Harola. Monica. Oh, Lord, y'all just slipped in the back door. I was busy. All right. So is there any questions about the website and how to use it? Where do you get cute tatting shirts like, well, this ain't a tatting shirt. I usually wear one. This one's about Medell. It says first they steal your heart and then they steal your bed. That's what this one says. Cute tatting shirts. I get mine at Amazon, and there's, hi Sansky, there is one place on Amazon, I forget what shop it is, that will design it the way you want it designed. So, you know, you might run across them, but most of mine that I get are from Amazon. Now, Barb at Handy Hands often has a t-shirt for Tatters. And if you go to Tat Days, you get a t-shirt. You can get a t-shirt through them. So, yeah. When I lose weight and get skinny again, then I'll show y'all I'll have all my pretty tatting shirts. I can't even get them on now. So, now that we've got the class site done, we're going to remove that. And then we're going, they slipped through a revolving door. Yep, they sure did. Let's see. We're going to go to, let's see, remove that and close that. All right. Now we're going to share the other one. Now I'm going to show you today YouTube. Now, this is what you all are seeing right
Where
now.
you get cute tatting shirts like
what I'm going to do is go to
this one's
the
about
online
Medell.
tatting class.
It says first they.
All right. Now, when you search for us on YouTube, in their little search box, it's going to come up. The most recent is going to be at the very top. But this is the one you want. You click on that. And that is going to take you to this page. Ignore all this stuff. This is because I own the channel. Okay? So, what you want to do is go here. Now, you can scroll down here. It's going to give you all these. If they've been viewed recently, they're going to pop up. That's okay. You might run into something you want to play around with. You just never know. But you can go through the videos here. And this is some that I have looked at to say, well, maybe I need to do something with that one. Any new videos I post, they'll come up here in the order I post them. If I happen to find the rest of the videos that I did for Georgia, I will post those as well. All right? But for you, you go here, videos. All right? And here you go. The latest in the order that they were put up. Okay? Then you go here for the lives. You click that live button. When we're doing a live class, which is this class, this is where they'll be posted. But let's get simple about it. Why do we need to use YouTube's way of doing things when we can go to our playlist and look at them all? All right? Now, our playlists are the live streams we're doing in 2025. Okay? That is for the Tuesday class, intermediate advanced class. Those are there, and they're in the order that we did them. Last year's, same deal. The year before, the year before, the year before that. All right? They're all there. Beginner tatter information. All my beginner students, you really need to go check it out. You might find some stuff in there that's quite interesting. All right? Beginners tatting classes. Again, beginners. You might find something interesting. Then we have product reviews. I have people that will send me product and they'll have me do a video. Okay, I do not get paid for those product reviews. Most time it is private mom and pop places that ask me to do this. So they would pay me, but they're giving me the merch. I can't ask for anything else. Now, what happens to that merch? Well, eventually it does find its way to Tat Days. when it gets to Tat Days, it is sold at the auction for scholarship funding. And the scholarship is where you all can apply and get full paid or partial paid scholarships to go to the annual Tat Days convention. Okay? And you have to fill out the paperwork. You have to do everything like everybody else. Just because you're in the online tatting class doesn't give you any special favors. Okay? I just am standing up for that because Georgia is the one that started that. Okay? And that's her pet peeve, this scholarship. Now, they have a scholarship committee that deems who can have one and who can't. And it is based on many factors. If you want to know about them factors, you will have to contact Palmetto's Tatting Guild, and they will let you know. Now, if you'd like to join them, your dues is, don't faint. I mean, it's really costly. It's about 20 minutes of your time and a butterfly tatted by you. That's it. That's your dues to join that guild. Now, shuttle birds, Tatters Across Time, the other guilds, they have fees that you have to pay, annual fees. You do not pay an annual fee at Palmetto's. It's a butterfly. So do send in your forms to join the guild. It will be beneficial to you as a tatter. Okay? So, let's move on. The next one is shuttle tatting techniques. If it has a shuttle doing that technique, it's there. All right? Now, private classes only. These private classes are designated to specific students. I teach classes on here. I teach classes in the Facebook group. I also teach classes privately through my own personal Facebook. Okay? So please know, if you see me on Facebook, there's one of three things I am doing. I am posting in the group, I am teaching a student privately, or I'm talking to my grandchildren and my family. Okay, that's the only way I can communicate. I have 6 grandchildren, 3 of which are teenagers. Yeah, they don't get to talk to grandma all the time because they got a busy life. Okay, that's what they tell me, and I'm going to let them slide on that. I'll get even with them come Christmas. Anyway, but this is where the private classes are kept. Now, if you have a private class with me, all right, it will be there, and you will have the one and only link to that class. And you're welcome to go back as many times as you need to and review it. I will not remove it, and I will not take it down. But no one else has that information. All right? So, that said, the last thing is needle tatting techniques and needle tatting classes. They're sort of kind of lumped in there. And that is the YouTube channel. And it would be very helpful to you to visit that. Do you have any other questions about any of it? Let's see, where are we at? Okay. All right, let's see. Tracy, hope thing has been going good for all of you. I've been very busy. That's why I haven't been here. I missed the classes. See you when the classes start back up. Yes, Tracy, you better be there. I'll be heartbroken if you don't show up. Yeah, I agree, Anna. Okay, if you make a response to the old videos, yes, I do see them. And I do comment back. Let's see. Pam, what's 50 cents to mail what in? Oh, the butterfly? Is that how much stamps cost now? I buy the forever stamps, so I never know. I got like 3 packs of them. All right. All right, Anita, if you want to see the work from the students, that will be in our Facebook group. Once you've finished your registration with Pam, Pam will give you the link to get into our Facebook group. You must answer the questions on the Facebook group. We have to keep records on everything. We are part of a nonprofit organization that if they need it, we have to turn it in. They keep track of my hours for them. So, it's like I say, this is Georgia's work, and I'm just carrying it forward. I'm not her. No, not her. Yeah, I know, Kathy. They're afraid to push that thumbs up. Well, thank you, Sansky. Thank you very much. Yeah, I will be getting up some new needle stuff soon. I got some stuff to do. I still got videos that Georgia had in the files. I don't know why they didn't go up, and we're still hunting for them. The files are like a helter-skelter machine. They just scattered them everywhere. So we're hunting everything up. It's 78 cents now to mail a letter? Boy, the post office is getting rich and being lazier, aren't they? I'm just saying. I get packages that travel between 2 cities about 5 times before they get to me. I'm like, okay, I hope you're having fun. You're traveling more than I do. So, any questions about the website? First, give me a thumbs up if you understand the website. Also, when you open up the video channel, the YouTube channel, there is a video going to pop up on the homepage of an interview I did with Georgia last year. Now, she will be at Tat Days this year. If she's up to it, we will do an interview with her. Otherwise, there won't be an interview, but I am going to give you a tour of Tat Days because this is the same place that they had it last year. Awesome! The advantage of being a part of the guild is you have guild support. You can also view books that are hard to find in the guild library. You can check out books from the guild library. Plus, you ready for this? Our guild, Palmetto's Tatting Guild, is the only recognized tatting guild by the International Organization of Lacemakers Incorporated. Tat Days this year is September the 11th. It's over a weekend, and it's in North Carolina. Ridgecrest, North Carolina. Thank you, Teresa. I was hoping you still in here. You only get mail Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday? Why? Yes, RD, do join. You'll know about all the happenings. And now, once a month, after Tat Days, they put on a get-together. It's a Zoom call, and they have a pattern. And y'all work the pattern together. It's like a tat and chat with them. It's fun. It's really fun. I've been to a couple. I haven't been able to do the others. Yes. Y'all, please post your questions in capital letters. You're not yelling at me. Trust me. You're not. It is so we can see them. All right? That's okay, Jack. She didn't know. No worries. Also, one other thing. When you post your homework in the Facebook group, for those of you that are going to join the Facebook group and post, make sure you name who the designer was and what class it came from. That way we can keep a running tally. Okay? Yep, lazy post office. And you know, the sad, pitiful part is Dennis's dad was a retired postal worker. And he took pride in getting the mail delivered by 4 p.m. and delivered to the door. Now the post office gets raises and they get lazier. I mean, they get 3 or 4 raises a year. We do good to get one a year. All right, now, thumbs up if you understand the YouTube channel. Most of the questions that you are going to ask are answered in those 2 places. So if it's not there in either place, go to the Facebook group. Ask the question. You may be surprised which designer answers you. Okay? Because our designers, I think, are the cat's meow. Okay? They work very hard putting their patterns out. And every once in a while, there'll be one coming in there trolling and saying, I need some people to test out a new pattern for me for my new book. You never know. Awesome, Anna. All right, so now here is your treat for today. Last week we had a question about Catherine wheel join, okay? And it was in a beginner class. Now let me tell you something, folks. The Catherine wheel join is considered an advanced technique. Now that I know how to do it, I don't understand why it's an advanced technique, but it's considered this one. So with that said, what we are going to do is we're going to go downtown and I'm going to show you a Catherine wheel join. So let me switch my camera. And we're on the desk. Y'all see that? We got it both in needle and jumbo shuttles. Anna likes to call these my boats, and guess what? She's right. Now, we're going to do this shuttle one first, but I want to show y'all something. Now, I don't want to make y'all sick, dizzy, or nothing else. I want to go in and get it right here. There we go. A little bit more. Oh, too far. But that's good. That's good. That's good. Now, I'm going to show y'all something. When you do a regular join, like this, on a ring, okay, it leaves a space, a gap. You know, you don't have your caps here, you know. And when you do joins on a chain, it will give you a deep V in the chain. Sorry. It'll give you a indentation on the chain when you join. All right. Well, a Catherine wheel join stops that nonsense. Let me show you how. That is a Catherine wheel join right there. Can you see the double stitch? That is a picot where that double stitch is. Y'all see that? Now, where could you use a Catherine wheel join? Well, there's 2 places. If you join on a ring and you join to all your little picots, you create an onion ring. Okay? Now, if you join on your chain, you end up with a straight chain, especially if you use very small picots. You will end up with a straight chain that will outline whatever you're doing. Amazing what one little join will do for you. And it's because the Catherine wheel join gives you an actual double stitch on your picots, and it doesn't misshape the chain. Now, how fantastic is that? So let me show you on a shuttle how to do it. And the reason we're doing it this way is because you need to do this for your onion rings. And there's some patterns that are on the website that have onion rings. Let me back out because I'm going to pop out. Sorry about that. I'm going to pop out a screenshot here if I'm not careful. All right. So I've already put in our double stitches to go from this picot to this picot. But let me tell you a little story about this. We did our ring. It was 3 double stitches, a picot, 3 double stitches, a picot, 3 double stitches, a picot, and 3 double stitches, a picot. Okay, the picot would be down here at the bottom. And the reason I'm calling it a picot is because when we do our onion ring, we have to join. And you can remember picot at the base of a ring better than you can base of the ring because you're used to joining picots. Okay, now that is something I use to remember. Okay, that is not a technical term. That is not written down in any book. It's just an easy way for me to remember. In onion rings, you gotta finish it off down here at the bottom or you're gonna mess it up. Okay? You don't hear well. It's Catherine will join. It's spelled C-A-T. Thank you, Anna. Forgot the E on Catherine. Just saying. Typing fast. All right. Now, when you do these Catherine will joins, after your first initial 3 picot, 3 picot, 3 picot around, thank you again, Anna. I forgot to say that. That is the abbreviation. You see it in a pattern. That's the abbreviation, CWJ. When you step out, you have to add at least 1 double stitch. Okay? Till you match up to your picot. And the way you want to match up is you pull that around. Do give it some pull. Okay? Because your picots will give. But give yourself some pull, and then you want to join once that last double stitch butts up against that picot. So with that said, here's what we're doing. We're going to wrap our hand for the chain. Everybody see that? I got a chain wrapped hand. It goes across the middle finger, around the ring finger, then back around the pinky. Okay? And that is so we can hold the tension here. Exactly. Harold's pattern, Do-Si-Do, has tons of onion rings to practice. Harold, if you can throw the link to that pattern in the down there in that little box called chat, I would greatly, greatly appreciate that. Okay? So, with that said, we're going to do this. Now, this is what we call our core thread. How do we know this is our core thread? Because the ring is made with our core thread. When you make a ring, it is the working thread as well as the core thread. Okay, because you're working with the one thread. Got it? So, that is our core thread. This blue thread is our working thread. You're going to need to know the 2 different terms for when we get to the needle version. All right? So, now, you want to grab that white thread and pull it up. Okay? Right there. Pull it up and hook it on that finger like that. All right? Now, this is going to show because it's 2-color tatting. The only way to not get this to show is to use the blue thread. Hi, Catherine. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, once you do that, you take your shuttle, this boat, as Anna calls it. You're going to run it up knuckle to nail through there. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to pull it and pull it. And now when you got it about there, you grab the back of that. Don't let that loose. See how I'm expanding that loop? It's because I wanted that to pop through the back side. Did you all see that? Did you all see how that join popped out the back? You just changed the join. Okay? Now, here's what you're going to do. You're going to get that out, and now you want to grab this thread. This is all finger play at this point. And you want to pull that thread. Oh, crud, I was supposed to get that blue one in there. No, I'm right. Sorry. I'm getting my tool confused. See why I don't go from shuttle to needle? It'll get you hung every time. What you want to do is pull it down. Keep pulling it until it rests right up next to that double stitch. Now, leave that open. Take it nail to knuckle and go in there. And now pull it down. And when I get through with this, I've got it all in the pinch. It's keeping the twist out. When I get through with this, you are going to see a double stitch sitting right there. Okay? Let me bring it up to the camera. Let it focus. You see the cap and the two pant legs. See it? That is a Catherine wheel join. Now, what that is going to do, it's going to prevent, if you did it with the blue, I had to do it with the white because I didn't want to bring in another technique right now. But most times you're working with this thread. All right? I worked with the white because I wanted it to match the picot so you could see how it popped through. Now, next one I'm going to do with the blue thread. Oh yes, we can do it with the blue thread. Now we're going to put in 4 double stitches, and then we'll work over to the blue thread. Do you see that blip of color? When we get that blue thread and we do it with the blue thread, that's going to disappear. How funny that can happen. This can also be considered as the blipless join. The blipless join has one more step to it. Now, you ready? Check it out. We have 4 double stitches. Let's see if it pulls around to that picot. It does. So now you know what we're going to do? We're going to go through the picot with our crochet hook. Okay. Go under and, or go get all together, folks, right here. You want to go over and under and grab that blue. Okay. Now wrap it on your finger. Like I said, this is a finger technique. Everybody see that? Let me get it again. Pop it back out. Pull your threads together. Hold them in place. All right? You go through the picot, over and under the blue, and grab the blue thread. Pull it. See? Pull it, pull it, pull it. Once you get it through, pull it up and put it on your finger. All right? Take your blue shuttle. Don't go under that white thread. Come knuckles to nail and pull it. Again, you're going to pull that loop. Drop that shuttle so you can make it work. You're going to pull that blue loop back through the back. mine. And there it goes. Don't be afraid to tug on that thread. Okay? Now, grab your blue thread and walk that stitch over. See it? You see what it's doing? Put that shuttle out of the way. Walk it over. Pull it up tight. Snug it up. Now, you can grab this other thread and pull everything into place. Alright? Now, ready? We're going nail to knuckle back through. And pull it down. Hold it in the pinch till you get your full double stitch set. Okay? And there you go. You now have a Catherine wheel join in the blue. I don't like working with this large thread doing the Catherine wheel join. I will tell you that. This is size 3 crochet cotton. It is not a picnic in neither of these shuttles. But I do it so you guys can see. But right there we have the double stitch. Get back up here, Turkey. And you can place it. You can move that. You can do whatever you need to do to get it lined up and then pull and tuck it in. Why it caught that one, I'll never know. But it did. I see what it did. I didn't even catch it. Y'all see that? It caught this white thread in there. When that happens, you just back it out. Loosen your threads and back it out. See how it got caught up in it? I didn't even see that. Just get your happy butt out of my way. There we go. Did it still? Oh, it got stuck in there twice. Alright, but we got that one in. There we go. Don't look at the caught up part. It knotted in right beside it. But you've got your cap. Oh, sorry. You've got your cap and your 2 legs. Right there. Now, that's going away. The boats are going away. They're going to swim down the road. Alright, now we have size 10 thread. Alright, we have 2 colors of thread. Now, for your own benefit, trust me, you want 2 colors of thread. Okay? The reason you want 2 colors of thread so you know where you're going and when you're going. Now, as you can see, I've got 1 needle and we got 2 needles. Needle number 1, this is a 2 needle technique. Okay? If you want to do this on needle, I've heard stories that you can drop a hook and grab the core and pull it up. I've not tried that. You can try it. Good luck with it. I know how to do it this way. Needle tatting is not my first love. I learned to needle tat before I learned to shuttle tat. And I just don't like how floppy it is. It's just really floppy. Okay? I like tatting crisp. So, let's get on with it. First thing we want to do, the blue is our core thread. This blue thread, this is going to be our core throughout. The yellow is our working thread. So what we do is we lay our yellow thread over there with the needle. Alright, now we're going to place the needle right next to our double stitch. And we are going to put on 6, this one calls for 6 double stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, now you're going to pull that off your needle. Pull it off. Now this thread's going to twist up and do all kinds of craziness. That's okay, let it. Now, we're going to go around and we are going to join right here in this picot. Okay? But you've got to get your threads lined up. You want to lay the blue thread and needle over here. You want to pick up your yellow needle. And you want to go through the picot, over, under the yellow. Over the blue and under the yellow. And pull it through. Watch for your twisted sister stuff. Okay, it didn't catch right. Sorry, we got to do it again. Ah, wrong, I did it backwards. You see why? I don't mess with needles and shuttles at the same time. It could be dangerous. I'm just saying. You got to go over the blue or under the blue. Let's try it under. It's supposed to catch this. Yeah, under the blue. Sorry, backwards. I'm a twisted sister. All right, so we're going to go through like that. Yeah, over the blue and under the blue and over the yellow. And you pull it down in place. On the shuttle, you go over the blue and under the yellow. Okay? Yeah, Mary, it's just like tatting over a cabochon. All right, now, the trip back. The trip back is you go over the yellow, under the blue, and come back into your picot. All right, once you come back into your picot, you see that loop? Run your needle right through it. And take it in. All right, and there you have, if you can get the yellow to get the twisty out. This yellow is just downright twisty. This is that Eliza. It's not good for tatting. Really, it isn't. I like my Elizabeth more than I like the Eliza. But there you go. Y'all see it? There's your 2 pant legs. There's your cap. So you got a pair of breeches. Okay? Everybody got that? Now, when you come down here to the base of this ring, I won't because I got fuzzy wuzzies here where I cut my knot. When you come down here to the base of that ring, you have to do the same thing again. Okay? So, there you go. Again, Catherine wheel join is used for making onion rings, enhancing a straight chain, pattern definition. Okay, everybody got all these good stuff that it could be for? Let me switch cameras. That was your extra treat for today. So what do y'all think? Tell me, tell me, tell me. All right. All right, Pam, what is that? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, now I want y'all to practice that. Use that this summer. Well, at the end of summer, into the fall, when we come back, use it. Use it as much as you want. You'll find that it can be helpful if you use it in your tatting. You don't want the blips of color. I mean, you don't get no color blips. Look, no color blips. Where's the camera? No color blips. See? None. It's just needle tatting. Okay? I don't like my needle tatting. I don't do it enough to even worry with it. Okay? But that's what it does for you. It gets rid of those color blips, you know, like that. See, there's no color blips back there. None at all. It looks the same. It looks the same. I don't know of any pattern that calls for a Catherine wheel join on a chain. But if you sit there and think about it, it's going to give you a straight chain. And it's going to look like it's continual double stitches all the way through. And if you use small picots for joining picots, thank you, Pam. Uh, that's going to make those chains jump and say, hello, I'm here. Okay? It's going to redefine your tatting. So you pick where you want to use it. It's not something that is a common use in patterns. It's mainly your choice. That's one of those, do I like it or do I not like it? There are patterns that do have it in there and call for it. But if you run into a pattern and say, I really like this, I would like to define this element, try the Catherine wheel join and make it stand out. Yeah. As long as it doesn't call for a lock join or something like that, you can use Catherine wheel join. You can replace your joins with Catherine wheel joins. I know of a lot of people that have, because they like the look of it. And like I say, it's very similar to the blipless join. If you look at the shuttle techniques videos, there is one for both the Catherine wheel join and the blipless join. No, it counts as a join unless you're counting it as a stitch before then. If you're going to use them throughout the pattern, count it as a stitch, because you are actually putting in a stitch. And if you use super small picots that you're joining to, giving it that stitch, it will take on a whole different look, and then it would lend its way to count it as a stitch. Any more questions? But I want y'all to try it. I mean, really. Get out some of those patterns we've done over this last few months and try them. That Christmas tree. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That would be a good one to try the Catherine wheel join on. Especially as a trim. You could, I just had a thought. That Christmas tree, for you ladies that want to make it into earrings and using the smaller thread, trim that Christmas tree in white and put little tiny colored beads on it, and it'll look like lights gleaming through snow. What do you think of that? And you just want to trim the edge of the tree as if it just took a snowfall on it and the lights were on. How cute would that be? Yeah, I'm always thinking of different ways to do things. I get patterns, and yeah, I do them the way the designer wants it, and then I sit there while I'm doing it as the designer wants it and saying, what can I do to really make this look 100 times better than what intrigued me to tat it in the first place? And I also look for other uses for them too. Because remember, it's not always doilies anymore. Oh, you're welcome. Do we have any more questions, guys? Any more? Now, I'm going to miss you guys over the next couple of months. Unless you holler at me and say I need some help or something. I'm going to miss you. But I'm watching Facebook. I'm seeing what's going on. So if you've got a question, let me know. Oh, you're very welcome, Jax. Very welcome. All of you, I mean, you're the best thing since sliced cheese. Don't let nobody sell you short. My students are the most intriguing people I have ever met. They are all inspirational. And your homework does wonders for my days. I'm telling you, I see your improvements, and I'm just like, I did that. I was the culprit that started this, you know? And when Georgia looks at him, she just about comes to tears. So, yeah, she comes in there and trolls us every once in a while. All right, Katia, and you do the same. How's your fairs coming along? Is everything moving smoothly like you was hoping? They will. They will. Because if they don't, we'll just go to another doctor that will. But this one is supposed to be a pretty high ranking doctor. They're thinking this is coming from the back trouble I've got. That a lot of it's that because it's really been hurting lately. I can barely walk. So, and I'm not a candidate for surgery. So I don't know what's going to come from it. Hence the reason I'm getting broader. So, but you guys take care. No, not smoothly at all. Oh, Lord. You take care of your throat. You need it. Now, Sue's going to announce her design class when she's ready, and Katia will announce her classes when she's ready. Yeah, Aurora, we're just getting old, honey. We're just getting old. All the old timers is just sitting in on us. I have complete faith that it's going to work out for the better. I mean, my back has been a problem for 35 years. This blood pressure's well over 40, so it's same old, different day. But anyway, I am going to call it quits for my beginners. Don't forget Thursday. We're going to, if y'all got questions, let me know. If you've got a technique, send it in to Pam. She's making a list. And she's going to give me the list to teach you all on Thursday. Any techniques you need to brush up on or need help with. Okay. So just keep in touch, okay? All right, Aurora. I love you guys. Y'all take care, and I will see you October 7th. Mark your calendars. Mark your calendars. I'll be there. Be there, be square. You'll hear from me. I can't leave y'all alone for 2 seconds. No, you might get in some tatting trouble. Thursday, same time, same place. Pam will send out emails. Thursday is a unlisted private class. So there you go. Yes, thank you all for coming, and y'all have a great week, great weekend, and I will see you October 7th. Love you guys, and we'll talk later. May all your threads make beautiful lace, and happy tatting, everyone. Bye-bye.